Okay, so this weird looking thing is called a lily cup. It's a lot different from a lot of other menstrual cups. This is the size 1. Comes in a stretchy antimicrobial bag. And it's different for a lot of reasons. It has a different rim shape. It's not level. Supposedly this is supposed to be more true to your anatomy in terms of fitting against your cervix and collecting your flow. It has a not spill proof like the Femicycle, but spill resistant. This does not pop out like the Femicycles does. It's pretty long. It has some grip rings at the bottom, a hollow stem until about where the rings end. And then there's a big solid chunk in there, and then right here is where the cup starts to, well, be a cup. Another weird, interesting thing about it is there is a spine to help maintain its shape. It says in the pamphlet, you can probably see it through the light. Ooh. Yeah, that darker seam that's going through it. The pamphlet says it makes it easier to insert and remove. The longer portion goes towards your tailbone, like that. You can fold it, and it says to fold it into 2 different ways, like it gives you 2 options. And the first is just this, which I found easy. The second one they show you is like you flatten it and you kind of like, it's not like a C-fold, but you kind of like jelly roll it. And I can't really get that to work, so I just did the punch down. Now some cons to this are it's a bit awkward to clean. It's not see-through, so in order to clean this hollow bit right here, you really have to get some soap in there and squish it all around and just hope you got everything. This, it's hard to see underneath the rim. You really can't, so you just have to do your best and to clean underneath there. There's no suction release holes, so that's interesting. I tried this during my part of my flow where it's more watery. There's no chunks or cloudiness, it's just watery blood. And it worked really, really well, actually. There was no blood anywhere outside of the cup, and it was very cleanly contained inside. So I was really impressed with that, because sometimes, like, even if a cup doesn't leak, there can still be blood a little bit on the outside when you're like removing it, and it just happens. And removing it was also really easy. There wasn't a high amount of suction, but I did have to reach up more to grab and kind of break any sort of seal that it did have to pull it down. Yeah. And I have a long cervix, weak pelvic floor muscles. This is a very soft cup. In order to make sure it opened fully, I kind of popped it open lower in my body and then pushed it the rest of the way up. I do that for the majority of my cups. So how does this compare to another type of cup? This is the Diva, size 1. So it's just a little bit longer. Pretty average rim diameter. It's softer than the Diva. The Diva rates a 4. It's kind of hard to, like, I don't know, show. So this is very soft. This is a softer cup. I'm not going to compare it against every cup that I have. And yeah, I'll probably snip this stem off just so I can feel better about cleaning it. The texture of the cup seems really easy to grab regardless, like it's not really slick. It has like this supple yet grippy texture. You want to be careful when snipping off the stem because you don't want to cut into the cup. So be reserved in how much you start snipping off. Do a little bit at a time. And yeah, it's weird, but it works. So hope that helped someone.